I have a lot of questions about mold making and authenticity in my practice, and what denotes something that's original or the one-off, or what is the unique one. My name is James L. Hayes. I'm an artist based in Cork. I've been one of the artists that have been with MART for a long time, almost since our outset, and this show is my first solo show with MART, and it kind of deals with a lot of kind of ongoing themes within my practice. My practice is primarily sculpture making, and it kind of has a kind of heavy investment on casting technology, which kind of relates to my background as working as an artisan, and that kind of comes into play within the work, and it has always been something that's very much part of my practice. So things like intense mold making and casting and hot metal casting, using a variety of materials from kind of lead to aluminium to bronze to cast iron. So in this show, there's a variety of works that kind of use those materials and processes. The work that's in the front gallery is a kind of combination of works, and there's a number of kind of ephemeral kind of installation pieces. They range from a series I made recently called the Scapegoat series, which is a series of 6 cast iron figurative objects. I based some of the kind of studies on them on some of the pre-Raphaelites and one of William Holman Hunt's notable paintings on the scapegoats. And I kind of remodeled these pieces in a kind of frenetic manner. They're unique castings made in iron using the ceramic shell process, and then they're eventually galvanized. And they're kind of intended to be kind of grotesque in the sense of them being covered in an armor or a zinc plated surface, which is a hot metal galvanizing process, which actually doesn't really want to work with cast iron, but it is something that I've kind of tried to force through in the work. I am really interested in the kind of range of kind of materials that we build from and that are used in art production and that are used in art packing and art transport. So when they make an art packing crate, they use things like shutter ply and foam packing and foam felt and packing blankets. So the work in the front gallery is composed of a myriad of those materials that are used for transport. So this work behind me, titled No Good Deed Goes Unpunished, is a large-scale work that I've been working on for a number of months, and it's a repetitive cast piece, or multiple, and it's an addition of 100 individually cast plaster canvas stretchers. So the work is concerned with the kind of nature of art objecthood, or what kind of denotes the art object or the symbol of art commodity or commodification. This work that I'm standing with here is a piece that I've kind of worked on for a number of years. The castings inside the vitrine were made while I was working in London in the 90s while working for AB Fine Art, and they're 2 unique castings of some balls of twine. So it took me a number of times to make these kind of unique things, so there's no mold being made for them or no mold afterwards. And that's kind of really important. It's a really important notion to me, and it kind of plays opposite to what I've got going on in the exhibition with my larger work, No Good Deed Goes Unpunished, which has a large multiple edition of 100 casts. Rosalind Krauss, the US art critic, talks a lot about this in a lot of her writings on sculpture, particularly in the 1980s and 90s, about what denotes authenticity. She talks about this in relation to Rodin and posthumous casting around his practice. So that encompasses some of my kind of thoughts in relation to Barry Flanagan and his soft works of the 1960s and 70s. The work features the kind of the temporary or the ephemeral elements, while also featuring the permanent, and the bronze, again, which is synonymous with Flanagan's works from the 1980s onwards. The title of the show, Galvanise, encompasses many references for me, not only the sense of an idea of the galvanizing process, but it's more for me determining a thought, or to galvanize a thought in one's mind about a particular concept or idea. So I've tried to embody that through a range of pieces, and using kind of medium specificity and opposites of materials and conflicts within materials and structures and layouts, and the use of the multiple. So all of that kind of comes under that galvanized title for the show.